name is Maribeth Chima, and I'm here with my super amazing son.
My name is Kansi Chima, and I am glad to be here with my mom.
Alright, so today we are going to be talking about how to deal with unfriendly friends. Okay, so our children, whether we like it or not, will encounter people or friends at some point that may not be so pleasant. Okay, and some of those friends, ironically, could be people that have been their friends for a bit, and for some reason, or for a while, and for some reason, they just become unfriendly for many reasons. Okay, that will be many reasons. It could be anything really. Okay, and in some cases, it could just be someone that they meet in a new school, someone that just decides for some reason not to connect with them, and so decides to be somewhat of a bully or just simply unfriendly. Okay, so Kansi, let's ask you: Have you ever had a friend like this? Have you ever had someone like this? These years in school, in church, at home, or wherever. Have you ever had?
Of course I have. Have you forgotten the time that I came to you and told you I had someone in my class who was always putting me down and saying things like, "Hey, you think you're smart?"
Yeah, I remember that.
So allow me to share with you a few ways of dealing with a person like this and the ways that I used to deal with this person. The first way is to set your boundaries on the types of conversations you will have with this person. So you don't need to join every conversation with this person. For example, if the person comes into a conversation, you don't need to just leave. You can stay there, chat a bit, but then when it tries to put you down, you simply just make an excuse to leave the conversation. Maybe something like you need to run an errand or use the toilet or something like that.
Okay, all right, so that's a good one. Okay, you are in a conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're with other friends or you're gisting and all that, and you realize at some point you are trying to say something or you're trying to talk about your opinion, okay, on that thing, and you realize that the time the person comes and the person you drop a point and the person counters it. You say something and the person tries to tries to say that's not like that. You think you're the one that knows everything, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
So you
exactly.
say, oh, you know something, I'm coming, let me just ease myself. And that way you just excuse yourself from the situation.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's a good one, right? That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
You just, that way you're more or less saying to the person, someone else, I'm not interested, isn't it?
Yeah,
all
correct.
right, so what other ways?
Another way you can is if the person attempts to challenge you head on, you can simply look him in the eyes and tell him, "Don't you talk to me like that." It's a simple way of saying to the person that I am not the person you are picking on, because I'm not the one who is going to just let you pick on me.
Boom. So meaning at some point you would have to stay, and at some point you will have to be as stern as possible. You will have to let them know I am not going to take your nonsense.
Correct.
This time.
Yeah.
Right? Wait, I think so. Because every time, if you have to keep quiet every time, right, they tend to think that
they've scared you.
They tend to think that you're
they
weak, isn't it?
Yes.
So sometimes you want to look them in the eyes and say to them, you can't talk to me like that, right?
Correct. Yes.
So another one?
Another way is to simply ignore their insults. If they try to insult you, you just smile and ignore it.
So how do you know? Is it like the person comes and is like, you're stupid and you just ignore the person? What kind
of like that, but it's more like when they're outrightly trying, when maybe either they're being sarcastic or saying nice things about you in a mean way, or maybe they're just outrightly trying to say you're not good enough, or they're outrightly trying to ignore you. Now, when something like that happens, one of the best options to use is to simply ignore them. It lets them know that you're unaffected. And here's the good part about it. When they see a few times that you're unaffected, they just back off and look for the next affected person to bully.
Great job. So basically, we're trying to say, okay, there are times that these people will come at you, right? This kind of people or this kind of person will come at you with sarcasm. It could be that you're wearing a shirt and the person will be like, well, this is a shirt. You guys buy this shirt for London. You know, those kind of things. Like, you know, they're acting as if they're trying to praise you. They're acting as if they're trying to give you accolades.
Yeah.
But what they are actually trying to do is
they're trying to be sarcastic.
So they may not be, it may not be like glaring, it's laced. Their sarcasm or their insult is laced. At such times, you just want to smile, right? You just want to smile and just simply ignore them and continue with the conversation. They will know that this one has refused to be picked on. I like the last thing you said.
Yeah.
There is a way. When you stand up to people like this, when you ignore them and you need to, when you walk away from conversations with them, when you can feel that, okay, you can feel their energy is negative or their energy is wrong towards you, and you walk away. With time, they realize that, you know, you are not going to, they realize you're not that person they can pick on, right?
Yeah, you're not the person they won't pick on you, because they see picking. Once they see that once they see that you're not affected, they feel picking on you is a waste of their time.
Exactly.
Just like that.
So they just leave you alone, like, okay, this one is not one of those people we can walk all over, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, amazing. So what happened eventually with this person? Okay, what happened with this person eventually? Did he?
I can't remember vividly, but I know that I stood up to him after ignoring him for a while and seeing it wasn't working. I eventually stood up to him and told him not to talk to me like that. And just like that, he stopped. He stopped being mean to me. He stopped all the mean things that he said to me on the hangouts groups and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. So that's it. So this is it. We need to empower our children. We need to let our children know that they don't have to be confrontational. They don't have to be what's the word now? They don't have to violent. Right?
Yes, they don't have to always react to everything.
Good. They don't have to always react to everything. They don't have to be violent. But there are subtle ways and there are firm ways that they can actually deal with people like this and tell them to simply
back off.
All right. So thank you very much, Nancy. So this is it for this episode, right? So stay tuned for the next episode where we will bring to you more events that happen in the lives of our children, or more day-to-day things that come up in parenting and in the lives of our children. So thank you for watching, and from Kamsi,
remember to click that subscribe button, click the bell button, and let's get learning.